Let's write the next Python program. Write a program for accepting the item description, price, quantity, and value for multiple items and printing a bill. Finally, the total amount payable has to be printed. As you can imagine, it's going to be a very simple kind of bill. So let's start off. Define main. Let's say line items. These are going to be lines in the bill. Each line will be for a particular item. So let's declare it as a list. Okay, more items equal to true. We also require total. So let's say gross total is equal to 0. With respect to each line item, basically these line items represents all the lines within the bill. So for each line item, let's define a list called line. Okay, why more items? That means till it is true. So while more items, line is equal to an empty line, an empty list. Item is equal to, that is item means item description, input, enter the item name. Let's then price is equal to input, enter the price is going to be float because there might be decimal points in this. Quantity is equal to, let's also make this as float, enter the quantity. Okay, so these three values have been accepted. So now let's say value is equal to price times quantity. So that will give us the value and the total. So gross total is equal to plus equal to, we are going to accumulate these values. So value, and now we add it to this line. So line dot append item, line dot append price, line dot append quantity, line dot append value. Okay, so now we have a line for a particular item, and this line we add it to the line items. So line items dot append, and what do we pass it? Line. Okay, so one item has been entered. Now more items is equal to, or let's say not more items, any more is equal to enter y to add items and any other key to stop. If any more, since he can enter a lowercase y or uppercase y, we will say any more dot upper, we will convert it to uppercase and then do the comparison, is not equal to y, then more items equal to false. Otherwise it will remain true and again it will repeat the loop. Now let's see what is this any more. If any more, this is underscore, and now we go out of the loop and we say print \n within quotes, then we print multiple tabs and we say Vichy groceries and double quote will be here. Now print dash and let's say times 50 or let's say 80, and now we print the headings. Headings would be item tab plus, actually we don't require that, we can directly say price tab, then quantity again tab, and then value. After printing value, or as part of that itself, we can press control backslash n so that it goes to the next line. This will be single double. Okay, we might have to do some adjustments once we actually see the output. So copy, paste one more line, and now we have to go through the line items one by one. So for I in range 0 to len of line items. Len of line items means length of line items. That will give us basically the number of elements. Or let's see whether we can do it in some other ways also later on. Line items. So for I in range 0 to len of line items, because this may vary for different bills. So there might be 2 items, there might be 10 items. So accordingly, this loop has to repeat. For j in range 0 to len of line. So here in the first for, we are going through line by line. And in the second loop, we are going within a line element by element. Okay? Now let's see. Print formatted output. Now line items I and j, because now we have a list within a list, multiple lists within a list. So we require two subscripts. Okay. Then tab, and then we put a comma and end equal to, we don't want it to go to the next line while it is going through the j loop. And once it comes out of the this loop, let it go to the next line, and then we print the line. And then finally print formatted output. Tab. Again, we will see whether we require to add some more or remove some tabs. Gross total. Okay. And now let's call the main function. Now let's run this. Enter the item name, Colgate salt 100 gram. Price is, let's say, 55.5. Quantity is 2. Enter Y to add items. Let's say Y. Now let's say nail cutter. Price is, let's say, 75. Quantity is 1. And let's say no now. So bill is printed. The only problem is now that it is not really aligning properly, right? It is not aligning properly. So that we need to take care. So how do we take care of that? Here, this is the length of the item description is variable. That is why this is coming like this. This is coming to the left, this is going to the right, because of the uneven length of this. Okay, so let's see. Let's add one more tab for the heading. For price, no, not for price. Yes, for price. So everything after that will go forward. Let's add one more tab for this, and let's add one more tab for value. Let's run this. Let's say we have a coding scheme. So 101, item name is 101, price is, let's say, 45.5, quantity is 3, yes. 109, say 54.2, quantity is 5. Let's say no. Now it is getting aligned properly, primarily because the item name is of not variable. We will see later on how we can take care of this. But now here price still has to go forward. So let's add one more tab. Okay. And let's add one more tab here. And let's say add one more tab here. And for value, the gross total, again we have to say yes. So let's run this one more time. 101. let's say 45.5, quantity 4, yes, 109, 65, 5. Let me enter capital Y, still working. So 87 rupees, and let's say 3. Oh, item name should have been not 87. Okay, anyhow. Price is 3 and 10 is the quantity. And now let's say no again because of the variable length. Okay, actually I should be reducing this, not increasing, because I'm working with the headings, column headings. Okay, let's see. Now it should work. F10, 101, 2, 3, 3, 4, yes, 102, let's say 6, 5, yes, let's say 109, let's say 56, 5. And now let's say no. I think we can reduce one tab for this, increase one tab for this, and for quantity. So one tab for price, and quantity would have already gone by 1, so let's add one more tab, and for value also 1, and we have to reduce one tab for this. So let's run it once more. 101, 32, 4, yes, 104, 45, 4, and let's say no. Perfectly, this value, if we bring it 1, that would be great. Yes, so that was a very simple billing program. Now let's take care of the alignment problem that we were facing when the item name was of different lengths. Okay, we know that it is always the first element of the line. So that means when j is equal to 0, so if j is equal to 0, that element we are going to print it separately, else we will print it normally, what we have been doing. So here what we are going to do is line items dot left justify. How many characters? Let's say 25 characters. No, this should be outside. And now let's run this and see. So let us give a long name. Colgate toothpaste. Yes, 100 gram. Okay, so let's say 56 to, yes, let's say nail polish. And let's say price is 42. And let's say no. So if you notice now it is getting aligned properly. But now we have to take care of the heading. Main thing was to take care of the alignment of these lines. Now that is taken care of, means that this would be much more easier. We just keep adding tabs. I think that should be enough. Now for gross total also we will add some tabs. Let's see. Let's say Colgate toothpaste 100 gram, say 56 rupees. 3 quantity, yes. Nail polish, let's say 105, 5. And let's say no. Okay, quantity and value has come. Price we have to shift, and this gross total we have to shift. But I'm sure now you can take care of that. I'll do it, but I'll not. So let's add some tabs for the price as well. 1 tab, 2 tab, 3 tab, 4 tabs. Which means now here we should remove at least 2. Okay. And for this, let's add 2 more tabs. So now it will work. Anyhow, since we have done this much, let's add. Let's run this. So Colgate toothpaste 100 gram. Let's say 56 4. Yes. Nail polish. Let's say 45 3. No. Perfect. Yes. So that is a billing program, a very simple one, of course. That's it. Bye.